Right, there's no need to skip ahead. I'm gonna get right into it. Hey there guys, what is up? My name's Xeptha. Let's talk about Dragon's Plague. Right, so Dragon's Plague, what is it? It's a disease that one of your pawns can catch, and it can completely nuke your game. If your pawn does have this Dragon's Plague and you do fall asleep in an inn, you will get a cutscene and your pawn will transform into a dragon and kill every single NPC within that area. Yes, this does include important NPCs for side quests and for main quests. As far as I know, no one is safe. Now, it's not just inns. If you sleep at a campfire, it will still turn into a dragon. If you sleep at, let's say, a house that you have in a town, still the same thing. And the worst part about this is because you've slept, your game will automatically save at that point, so there's no going back. Also, there's another thing you need to understand. This is just going to be an instant cutscene. There is no waking up in the morning and then it happens. It happens instantly and it happens immediately. When it does happen, it saves, and it is a cutscene. You're not going to have a battle and try to defend the citizens or anything like that. You have no way of actually fighting back. Now, you're probably wondering, how can one of my pawns get the Dragon's Plague if I play the game normally? Well, by playing Dragons Dogma 2, you will have to swap out some pawns here and then for better ones. For example, if you've been playing the game for a while and now you're level 20, but your pawns, you haven't really switched them out, you'll realize that they're a little behind on the XP and they'll be like around level 16 or 17. So you do need new pawns. Naturally, you'll go to the Riftstone to recruit new pawns of other players, and this is definitely one way you can get the Dragon's Plague from. One of them might have the Dragon's Plague. Now, let's say you avoid these Riftstones. Is there still a chance of you getting them? I mean, I guess probably. I'm not too sure, but when I'm traveling and playing the game normally like I usually do, I do see pawns of other players roaming around and they are ready to be recruited, and I have recruited pawns of other players and I haven't been to the Riftstone. So technically, I can still get it as well, I think. So if getting it seems inevitable, what can you do? Well, you need to look out for these 3 key signs that tell you for sure if they have it or not, and then obviously cure it. Sign number 1 is going to be them having glowing red or purple eyes. Might be a bit pinkish. If you've been with a pawn for a while and you know their eye color, like let's just say the eye color is black or white or green or something, and then the next morning they randomly just have bright red eyes, yeah, like that's definitely not normal. I guess this one is a little bit harder to spot than the other 2, but I'd recommend before you sleep, it might be a good idea to just check your pawn's eyes just to be safe. Sign number 2 is that they will be rude. Pawns in this game are known to be your best hype man. They will cheer you on, motivate you, congratulate you, and just be super positive. The pawn that is infected with the Dragon's Plague, however, will be rude and aggressive and just give bad replies. So for example, if you command it to fight, it will reply something along the lines of, I know what I'm doing, you don't have to keep telling me.
You need to command me at every turn. I know what to do.
It might not be super aggressive, so don't expect anything like ridiculous. Don't expect them to just come out and just completely roast you or just say some stuff like, oh, if you command me again, it's on site. But I think this one is much easier to spot than the I one because of how positive their usual tones are. If they say anything remotely negative, just keep an eye out for the dialogues whenever that individual speaks. Like sign number 3, which I think this is the easiest and like the dead giveaway, is that they would have a headache. They will hold their head a lot, and throughout my playtime of playing Dragons Dogma 2, which is 14 hours in the character creation and 20 hours on the game, I've never ever seen my pawn, any of my pawns, my main pawn or my other pawns, hold their head as if they have a headache. They will constantly be doing this. They might not be doing this while they're in the running animation, but if you run for a little bit and then you stop and you just have a look around, they will stand still and they'll be holding their head. So those are the 3 signs. Also, one quick tip: the first time your pawn does have Dragon's Plague, or the first time you do come in contact with this Dragon's Plague, a message will pop up on your screen telling you about it. But if you are like me and you close these annoying pop-ups like the single ladies in your area ad, then you might miss it. Also, just another fun fact, you might also hear your pawns talking about this plague or like a weird plague. They might mention about how they heard about a plague that turns people into dragons. Now, this doesn't mean that they have it. It's just a cool little thing, like a little feature that you can keep an eye out for as well.
I just remembered a curious rumor I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences for those around them. Worse still, the pawn never knows they're sick. They just become restless and flippant and won't heed the arisen.
How terrible. We shall have to be alert for signs of the sickness among our number.
So how can you cure it? Well, you can either dash them into the water or dismiss them. Me personally, I think dash them into the water and feeding them to brine is a safer choice. And well, let's be honest, it's more fun to do, to just yeet them off cliffs and bridges. So for example, what's that, bro? You hate the fact that I'm commanding you all the time. Get out of here! Oh my, see, this is what I'm talking about. She's only a level 18 and she's been traveling with me. So you know what that means. I'm sorry, man. You gotta go, man. I could just dismiss you or I could just throw you in here. You know, I'd rather just chuck you inside. Gandalf, we've been through a lot together. Been through many adventures. But I'm afraid the time has come. I think it'll be super funny if I dash Gandalf in and he comes back out in like full white. That would be amazing. Goodbye, Gandalf. Oh, shit, that actually hurt. He's been so nice to me, you know. He's been healing me. He's been doing damage. He's healed me so many times. When I'm out of breath and out of stamina, he fucking heals my stamina back up as well. Like, as far as I'm concerned, guys, from what I know, I don't think you, the player, can get it. Like, I don't think you can see your own eyes glowing or anything. But if that's the case where you do, then, I don't know, chuck yourself in the water as well. I do need to head back and get Gandalf, though. Okay, so we got Gandalf back. Let's try to recruit some new pawns. As you guys can tell, you know, I had level 18. That really sucked. I don't think I need an archer. What I do need is a fighter, which we have a nice... Jesus Christ, this guy's huge. Level 27, that's pretty good. Let's see if we can find a better one. I've never had a sorcerer in my team. I might need to go for a sorcerer instead this time, instead of an archer, because I'm already an archer, so don't think I need one. There you go. This is who we're looking for. Look at this big boy, level 29. Alright, let's hire him. So as you guys can see, I can't really see anything wrong with his eyes. He looks perfectly normal. Okay, I've hired him. I think I'm gonna get her as the sorcerer, so yeah, let's just go for it. Honestly, I'm so scared. I've never actually hired a pawn from here, so I mean, I got no message pop-ups. Their eyes look normal to me, so I think everything's fine. Like, you're not always gonna get it, but there is a chance of this happening, so you do need to pay attention to it. Like, I'm really new to the Dragons Dogma 2 series. I've never played another Dragons Dogma game before, so I had no idea and I wasn't aware of this, and it definitely would have ruined my entire save file. In Dragons Dogma 2, you cannot load previous save states, and on top of that, you only have one save file. So if this was to happen to you and you spend days playing this game, you invested a lot of time and you love everything and everything's going well, and this happened to you, GG. Your file was essentially destroyed and you need to start a new save file, because your entire town got wiped and you lost out on so many important NPCs and side quests. So let's think of the worst case scenario. Let's say you messed up big time and this has happened to you and you don't know what to do. You're going around town, you can see just a bunch of dead NPCs, you feel sad, and you can't even load back your save file. Well, there's a few things you can do. If you're on PC and you manage to somehow get your save data, you can always back it up constantly. You need to use wake stones to revive all the dead NPCs one by one. Now the issue here is there might not be enough wake stones in the game to revive every single NPC that has died. At least I don't think there is. Or you just might not have access to it yet. There is, however, a massive wake stone. It's called like an eternal wake stone, and what this will do is it will revive all dead NPCs in a larger area. You can get this wake stone from killing a big boss. I don't want to give too much away or too many spoilers, so for those of you that are interested, just search about to find on YouTube. I'm sure there's a guide somewhere. And I didn't even want to tell you about this Dragon's Plague because it's kind of like a spoiler, but honestly, it's just such a big slap in the face because me, like I said, I had no idea. I'm new to the series. It's the first Dragon's Dogma game I played, and I would have never known this. And it's not even going to be a mistake that I made. It's just going to be, I'm going to be suffering because I just didn't know. This is all I know about it. If you do know more, if I did say something wrong, please do let me know down in the comments down below. Me and Gandalf will appreciate it. If you do want to know how to make a Gandalf lookalike, the video is up on my channel. Also, the character that I created, that video is also up on my channel, and any other. And I also do have a few other character creations as well, if that interests you, as well as a guide on how to get the fastest amount of gold very early on. With the gold farming method, you can make somewhere around 300 to 350,000 gold an hour, and you can do this method within the first hour of basically playing the game. And you want to do this method early on because if you progress through the story, then you can't do this method anymore. So I do recommend checking that video out. If I did speak fast, I do apologize. I'm just trying to get through the video as quick as I can to make it short. But you guys know what to do. Show the love, show the support. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.
Take each trial as it comes.
You are mighty in
Hello there.
prison.